Hey everyone, welcome back to another recap of the Netflix original series Black Summer, which is a prequel of the Sci-Fi Channel's Z Nation set in the early days of the zombie apocalypse. If you're new to the channel, be sure and check out the other recaps. Now let's go ahead and get started. We begin back at the diner where Sun and William are stuck with some of the survivors of the black truck. They're all arguing, and I'm really thinking at this point everyone should just try to get along, in case they want to try to live. The people from the black truck try and say how they were not responsible for the car chase, and the driver of the truck, who's now dead and has turned, was the one in charge. One of the men wants to speak with William, man to man, and they head off into the kitchen. He introduces himself as Phil and tells William that they've got to take charge of all this and to get them all to the stadium. Everyone tries to come up with a plan to take out Zombie Barb and the other man so that they can leave the diner. They search for anything to use as a weapon, but come up with very little. They decide to have Sun tap on the windows to distract the zombies so that the others can come up from behind them and take them out. But this doesn't seem to work that well, as the zombies are clearly stronger and everyone ends up running back inside the diner. We switch to Rose and Spears' storyline now as they're walking through the woods after their experience at the school. The man who helped them escape is leading them somewhere, and Rose seems to be hallucinating as she stumbles along. She thinks she sees her daughter, but then she kind of snaps out of it and comes back to her senses. Back at the diner, the survivors regroup, and the people from the truck split off and plot their own way out, leaving William and Sun kind of out of the conversation. Their decision is to sacrifice Sun to the zombies in order to get enough time to run off. I'm not really sure why they chose Sun other than the fact that she doesn't speak English. William stands up for Sun and he tells them that he won't go along with it. They end up squaring off to fight, and Sun draws attention to the fact that Phil has a cut on his arm. He claims he hit it on the door, that it wasn't an injury from the zombies. But this is enough of a diversion to turn the group against Phil, and they start beating him down, and then Will drags Phil outside to attract the zombies. Elsewhere, Spears and Rose are still walking along with the man who saved them from the school when Spears drops to the ground. Rose tries to get him back up when the man draws their attention to a building up ahead. Now this is the diner in which Sun and William and the two others are inside. They duck behind a car as they see Zombie Barb and the other man running around the diner. Spears has just 2 bullets left and he plans on taking them both out. Just as all this is happening, William drags Phil out of the building. The zombies are distracted and they start feasting on Phil as Spears shoots Barb through the head. The other man goes after Spears as the people from inside the diner come rushing out to help, and they all end up beating down the remaining zombie as Rose watches. We end the episode as everyone loads up supplies from the diner and they start walking out of the door. I gotta say that I love how this series keeps connecting its individual storylines. This episode was much better than the previous one, but really any episode without Idiot Lance is a plus in my book. I'm gonna leave this one here and start watching the next episode. See you back here soon. Remember to give a like and consider subscribing if you enjoyed the video. We do daily recaps here on the channel and reviews, so there's always new content. Thanks for watching.